EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the heart of Texas and the spectacular AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On the ground, here is the rookie from Texas A&M. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Lance looking to throw. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Lance. He's going to let this one go deep to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Cowboys. His 6th touchdown now for the season. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. At their own 24-yard line. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll go again with Hall. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
It's 1st down, and it's Hall. He'll get about 2. Damone Clark there to get him down. Man in motion here is Tucker. Now they'll set up to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. They will run it over center with Hall. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They give up the middle with Hall. The ball comes out. The Cowboys have it. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
2nd down and 8. Lance. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Throwing, Lance. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And he's out of bounds, very close to the 40-yard line. A big play after being backed up. 32 yards. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, here's Lance. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That is hard. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. Now Lance. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Ray Lance. Touchdown, Dallas. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Man in motion here is Tucker. Back to throw. That's going to be incomplete. And they'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. They go three tight ends here on first and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Tight end going in motion here. Here's Hall from the pistol. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Deron Bland with the tackle. They face second down and 7. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. Now it's going to be third down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Raider first down. Again, here's Hall. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with Hall. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal. He'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. Okay, ready? 3rd and goal. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. Two incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. In motion, Lamb. That's complete, left side to Pickens.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The offense staying put. 4th and goal from the 2. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. This one complete to Bateman. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They'll try to run for it with Hall. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. And he's going to have the Raiders first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Mike, the courage it takes to call that play so deep on your side of the field, and as a quarterback, they send that call in. You don't have a choice. You have to find a way to make this play work and pick up that first down.
Trying the left side, here's Hall. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Arlington and AT&T Stadium after this. Now this time they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. Third down coming up. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Vegas.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. They're able now to go down and come away with points. They'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Here's Hall. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the 1st down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
They're going to go, and it's Hall. And he's going to have a Raiders 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
And they'll have a 1st down and definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the 1st half, a timeout is called. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders are on the board just before halftime.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This will be returned from the 6. They'll go with the reverse. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. 14, Raiders 3. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. To return is Tucker. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Give left side. Here comes Hall. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Man in motion here is Tucker. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Going up top. And caught! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the first carry for Marshawn Lloyd. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
On the give, it's Hall. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
They get 12 yards on that pass. That's good for a Dallas 1st down. Putting the tight end in motion. Lance looking to throw. He'll tuck it and take off.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this 1st down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the 1st down marker, sets up 4th down.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. try to get him to jump. Did not work. Good job by the defense to stay disciplined. It's a delay again. On fourth down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. That one is good. And the Cowboys going to open up a 17-3 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
That's caught left side by Bowers. And he's taken down up past the 35.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They give to Hall. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A run here with Hall. And he'll work his way down inside the 30. Shooing off 7 yards on that one. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down. They'll run. This is Hall. And he'll be brought down. What will be the final? Second and a yard. On the run, here's Hall. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete.
It almost seemed to me before the snap, Mike, that the quarterback was expecting man coverage, and then after the snap, the defense fell into zone, and it just completely mixed them up. You can see he's staring down his receiver, and frankly, I think he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
They'll try and run for it. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line.
So often we see a team that's milking a 2-score lead get very conservative, especially in the fourth quarter, but not this coach. He says, all right, I might have a 2-score lead. I want to make it 3. He's trying to put as much pressure on his opponent possible here down the stretch late.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
To throw is Lance. Caught by the tight end, Wiley. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them.
The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down. And
the pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. But the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And this will be incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw.
So you decide to put the ball in the air deep in your own end zone. That's fine. But the internal clock of the quarterback, it's got to speed up even a little bit more. You cannot hold the ball in this part of the field. And tell you what, he takes the sack, but he's lucky it wasn't a safety.
From his end zone, he'll throw it on 3rd and long. A pretty good comeback, to say the least. Not enough for a first down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th. But they will turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stop it.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Lance. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill, but this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they were able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Throwing, Lance. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Jared Wiley, touchdown Cowboys. Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys extend to a 24-3 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. To return is Tucker. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. Now Lance. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to...
And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Raiders will take over at their own 14-yard line.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Throwing now from the gun. Again, working deep downfield. And they will finally get him out of bounds, but not until he's near the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw. That is caught down the field. It's Worthy. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 7. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. Yeah!
That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch him by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Wiley, his tight end.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
That is caught downfield by Pickens. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Cowboys. Here's Lance. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. They put Pickens in motion. To throw, here's Lance. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
A big loss on the play.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.